But we're back with another video, and today we're going to be checking out I simulated Megalodon in the modern ocean. Chaos followed. I would have said like chaos ensued, but I know it wouldn't be good for a title. Followed is super simple and easier to read, which is so funny, bro. I would love a little bit more media training because a lot of being popular comes from like the iteration of like being able to advertise your stuff, and I don't think I'm good at that at all. Anyway, let's go.
Somewhere off the coast of Baja, California, a baby shark is born into an ocean that has not seen its kind.
What kind of? I'm like curious on what this is gonna be about. I'm excited.
Good news for anyone because this particular baby is already 2 meters long, weighs about 150 pounds,
it's a little baby.
To the largest
it's just a little baby.
Within 20 years, it
will
need to
bruh.
consume the caloric equivalent of a killer whale just to survive 1 month, which raises an interesting question about the modern ocean's ability to carry this organism.
Well, that's probably why it doesn't exist.
Concern for later, though, because right now you have more immediate problems.
Yeah,
like the fact that you're a baby megalodon and everything wants to eat you. You were born on a Tuesday in a shallow bay off the coast of Baja.
Well, where's my mom?
And the first thing you notice is that your mother is nowhere to
okay,
be
that's
found.
yeah. I was about to say
you're an orphan now, which is completely normal because just like my dad, sharks don't do parenting, and honestly, that's probably for the best given what you're about to become. You're already 2 meters long, which is roughly the size of a full-grown human.
I'm not gonna lie. If the aquatic animals are actually a little bit of have a little bit of intelligence on them, they're gonna be like, oh, I see a shark. We gotta kill that motherfucker because he's about to go to like 9,000 motherfucking meters. Like, oh, no, thank you.
So you didn't exactly have a gentle entry into the world. The water here is warm, hovering around 24 degrees Celsius, and while that might sound impressive, it's actually warmer than it should be for this latitude. So thanks, climate change. This is the one and only time that you're going to be benefiting from human activity. Nurseries were scattered around places like Panama, the Canary Islands, and what's now Maryland.
Nurseries, so it was being watched.
Warm water and tons of food.
Type shit. Had like a caretaker.
Pretty well, except for one critical difference, which is that the Miocene Ocean was consistently warm across huge areas, whereas now you're in a thin strip of acceptable water surrounded by temperatures that would slow you down to the point where you would mostly be useless. But you don't know that yet because you're about 6 minutes old and your main concern is the fact that you're extremely hungry, which is a problem that you're gonna have for the rest of your life, so you might as well get used to it now. Your first meal is a grouper that weighs about 30.
Dude, being a like megalodon low-key would like it wouldn't be hard because you wouldn't have like I don't think they have like a mental like from what we know, again, this isn't I don't think this is like 100% true because no fucking shark has ever just talked to us, but they don't have like a conscience. They're not going like, oh man, my life sucks. No, they're just like, I'm hungry, I need to eat, and that's it. Just keep moving forward and eating, like the fucking like villains or like the demons or monsters from Soul Leveling. They just keep moving forward, bro. Like being a shark would just be like easy but hard at the same time because you'd always be hungry. Hell no, I don't want to be hungry all the time.
Pounds, and you eat it in 2 bites, which feels efficient until you realize that you're still hungry because your metabolism is designed for an ocean that no longer exists. Because in evolutionary terms, eating a shark on your first day is what professionals call a power move. The other sharks in the area get the message pretty quickly.
Jeff, bro, him and the Jeff memes, dude.
Smart on their part, but also means you're running out of easy targets faster
True.
than you'd like. On day 3, you spot something new.
Especially if it seems like you've eaten a lot or like they smell you, like they're not gonna. It gives this like this mindset of like, I don't want to fuck with that baby megalodon, but I also don't want it to get any bigger than it probably already is because that looks like it's still a baby, and I am not trying to go up against the shack of fucking sharks. You know what I mean? Like, no, thank you.
There's a pod of black and white shapes moving through deeper water just outside the bay, and your genetics tell you that these are probably food because they're big and they're mammals. But your genetics are about 3 million years out of date, so they don't tell you that these particular mammals are orcas, and that orcas very much did not exist the last time a megalodon was swimming around. Where you learn a valuable lesson about the modern ocean, which is that intelligence beats size when you're alone and bite-sized. The orca is about 7 meters, which means it's bigger than you, and it's moving with
if it uses good strategy, you're not gonna win the fight.
Countless times before. So
type fucking Goliath and Jack and Goliath or whatever, right?
Shallows where the bottom is too close for comfort.
That's right.
The water is too cloudy for them to hunt effectively. The orca stops at the edge of the shallows, makes a few clicks that you can feel in your entire body, and then leaves. Adults who wouldn't hesitate to eat you if they were hungry enough, which is just standard shark behavior. And
that might be more terrifying though.
Now your biggest threat is a high highly intelligent social mammal that hunts in coordinated packs, has cultural knowledge passed down through generations.
I don't know though. Low key though, I'm more of that. Like I can run away from, you know, give like an actual like mindset of like, okay, I you know, like they're gonna come at me. Like this is a baby that's born. It doesn't know anything from its past. It's not like it's thinking like, oh, I remember back when my mama was a baby. No, it's like, okay, you know, there's other sharks around. There's a lot of animals. I'm just gonna have to eat. I'm hungry. You go eat. You find situations. You learn how it goes as it go. I would rather deal with a pack of animals. Yes, I know it's terrifying, than a giant ass werewolf. I would rather deal with 4 wolves who are smart and who have an intelligence, right? They're not super intelligent, but they're intelligent. Than deal with a fucking giant 30-meter tall like werewolf who wants to eat me in one bite. No, I'm good.
Apparently decided that shark liver is worth the effort. This is a new threat. You spend the next 5 years in and around that bay, growing about a meter per year, which sounds fast until you realize you need to get to 15 meters before you are really safe from anything. And 5 meters per year means you've got a decade.
Well, yeah, 15 meters. Okay, that's like the same thing though as like you're saying a megalodon needs to be 15 meters to be safe from everything, right? It can be 10 meters and still be safe for majority of things. You're not going to run into everything. That's not how that's going to work. You're not going to go ahead and just 1v1 every single fucking mob in the ocean. It's not going to be like I'm like mob hunting in Minecraft or like 1v1ing everybody I play against in like a battle royale. Like this is just like it's literally just I'm just going to swim around an ocean. Yes, there's a chance he'll run into something big or she'll run into something big, but it's very, very unlikely that she's going to run into the one thing that's going to be bigger than her at 10 fucking meters, brother. That is insane.
Of being nervous every single time you leave the shallows, and your diet expands as you grow. Sea lions,
that would also suck.
Them, small dolphins if they're stupid enough to wander close, and large tuna that you act, which is annoying because your body is designed for short ambush bursts, not extended pursuits. The problem you keep running into is that the
only 100-meter type of person, not a fucking 1 mile.
Large prey than the Miocene Ocean did, which is a nice way of saying the buffet you're
yeah, bitch, she fat and lazy. There's a reason he's big, bro.
He isn't there.
Megalodons have a reason to be as big as they are, brother. They don't move that quick, so they gotta be big and tanky. You know what I mean? Call him Hulk if he had to use a cane. You know what I mean?
That restaurant has been closed for a long time. If you'd been born 3 million years ago, this bay would have been surrounded by small baleen whales, the 5 to 10 meter variety that were slow, plentiful, and full of enough blubber to keep you full for weeks. Now you've got sea lions, which are fine, but they're not whales, and the occasional dolphin, which again is fine, but not whales, and a lot of fish that you're frankly too big to be bothering with, but you eat them anyway because the alternative is starving. You are burning through more energy than your ancestors did just trying to find enough food to maintain your growth rate. And you're starting to understand why your species went extinct, which is a weird thing to
Y'all too slow, bruh.
You're a 5-year-old
Lock in. You got to evolve.
Here we are.
And get faster.
5 meters long, you're too big for the bay now. You keep scraping your belly on the sand, and the prey that is still there has learned to avoid you. And there's a pod of orcas that's been hanging around the entrance for the past week like they're waiting for you to make a mistake. So you make a decision, which is that you're going to leave and head into the open ocean.
I'm gonna eat those dolphins.
Starving and leaving.
I'm gonna eat those dolphins.
Means possibly getting
1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna eat all the dolphins.
Better odds. So you wait until night when the orcas are less active and you slip out of the bay into water that's deeper and colder than anything you've experienced. The first thing you notice is that the ocean is
lonely ass life though. Like low key, like megalodons are scary and shit, and like but they gotta get there, bruh. Like if there's nobody to guide them, that's a lonely life, bruh. That's like dropping a baby off middle of like the woods and saying survive. Call that motherfucker Tarzan. This would not be fun, bro. Like this would be a horrible experience. The only difference is Tarzan is a fucking like it is literally like a Disney ideal movie where the thing is the boy is raised by fucking animals. Like that's not happening in IRL. If you a baby like if you experience what this megalodon experience, bro, it's gonna be depressed as hell, man. You're only gonna know one thing: to eat everything in your path.
Genetics are telling you that there should be whales everywhere, but there aren't. And that is going to be quite a big problem. 2 years go by.
Way
and the
said that
open
got me all
ocean
feeling all
teaches you
weird, bro.
things your genetics didn't prepare you for, which is basically everything, because evolution doesn't account for the entire planet cooling down and most of your food going extinct. You're 10 meters long now.
To be fair,
which
they're
is big
extinct
enough
too,
that
so
most things
yeah.
leave you alone, and the ones that don't are either confused or want to end their own lives. But there's still this nagging problem.
1v1's a puffer fish.
Roughly 98,000 calories a day. The ocean keeps failing to provide them. So when you spot a gray whale,
To put that in perspective, brother, you shouldn't eat, like, humans should eat probably a nice bare minimum, like a maximum of like 1,200 to 2,000 calories a day, I believe. Like that's like the max, like a 2,000 is like the maximum. You shouldn't be eating more than that a day. 1,200, like 1,500 is a good amount, brother. That might even be pushing a little bit depending on how, like, who you are and how much you weigh if you're trying to lose weight and stuff. But
because this is what you were built for.
From my knowledge, that could be
Also
wrong.
because you haven't
I'm not like a
eaten
calorie
anything
guy.
Substantial in 3 weeks. The calf is 8 meters long, which sounds big until you remember that you're 10 meters and equipped with the jaws that can bite through a car. The mother is 15 meters.
Doesn't know what a car is,
The
but
problem is you remember that you're not trying to fight the mother. You're trying to eat her baby before she notices. How sweet of you. So you come up from below.
That's what
which
I'm
is
saying.
standard
What?
ambush protocol, and you get one clean bite into the calf's flank, tearing out roughly 200 pounds of meat.
Nah,
and
that's
blubber
GG.
in a
Calf
single
is
go.
dead.
And the blood in the water is immediate. The calf tries to swim, which is pretty optimistic a bit considering it just lost a chunk of its body the size of a refrigerator, and the mother starts ramming you, which is understandable, but also ineffective because you've already backed off and you're just waiting now. It takes about 4
Damn,
minutes for
playing the
calf to
long
die
con.
from blood loss. And during that time, the mother stays with it, making sounds that you can feel in your teeth. And this is the part where you'd feel something if you were capable of feeling things. But you were a shark, so instead you just wait for her to leave, and then you feed for the next 6 hours. One whale calf equals roughly 60 days of calories, which means you can coast for 2 months.
Holy. I just want to say, if I'm like, if low key, like if I have a brain as that like orca or what, or that whale or whatever the hell it is, brother, I am sitting there waiting. I'm swimming away acting like I'm gone. Start seeing it eat. I'm like, you're mine now. Like the payback's gonna be unreal. Like I don't want to live if I'm that mom. I'm done. GG's. You're coming with me. You killed my baby. Now I'll kill you. You know, like,
kill.
I'm coming for you, motherfucker. I'll chase you to the ends of the earth.
It is a strong strategy. 3 months later, you run into your first great white shark, and the interaction lasts about 8 seconds, which is how long it takes for the great white to see you, process that you're twice its length, and then leave the area completely.
See you later, man.
For a couple reasons.
Nice to see you, brother.
Being that great white sharks basically didn't exist when your species was around. The second being that they might have evolved specifically to fill the gap that you left when you went extinct, which means in a weird way, this great white is only here because your species died out.
Like a little brother though type shit. Like it's like my predecessor, bro. It's like, hey, I see you've been holding down the fort. I know you guys aren't as big as us, but I appreciate you guys keeping our name in people's mouths, you know. Thank you.
And now you're back, so that's kind of awkward.
Hello, welcome back.
Near an island, and now you're hunting seals near an island, and the great white is somewhere else entirely, probably having an identity crisis. You eat 6 seals.
Fuck, I'm not the biggest shark anymore.
In
Fuck!
2 days, which barely moves the needle on.
Grandpa's back. God damn it, Mom told me about this guy.
You start to notice a pattern, which is that wherever you go, other predators leave. Orcas change their routes, sharks abandon hunting groups. You're reshaping the behavior of every
Brother, that is like the most insane thing. That's like if a fucking kid went to a school and the entirety of that school was like we'll just say it was either bad or good, and this kid, like the kid goes into the school, they change it from evil to good or good to evil. Like that's an insane concept. Or it just makes all the fucking kids leave the school because that person is such a threat. That's insane. Or you go like into the military and you don't, like, it's a 1v, like it's like you fight a whole war by yourself. You're changing the concept of what like a war is, because now you're just one man destroying everybody. Like damn.
Which would be impressive if it also
World peace type
evidence
shit.
That the ecosystem has no idea what to do with you. You do not belong.
But then it'll just die. There's no way that it can
you start
live.
Moving north, following the whale migration routes.
You can follow them.
Whales migrate, and you need to eat whales. So the math is simple. But the whales are heading into the Bering Sea, which is cold, too cold, and your body starts slowing down around 12 degrees Celsius. So you stop at around 4.
I was gonna say there's just nothing he can do. He's gonna get like ostracized.
This is a problem. The rest of the year, you're hunting whatever you can find, which today happens.
Bro's
to be a
hunting
pod of
Nemos.
whales, and this goes badly for everyone involved. You
I would
target
assume
the calves because of
because you're gonna target them. There's a lot of them, bro. Like I understand. Like I'm saying that I'm not saying that you can't. I'm when I'm saying I'd rather fight like a pack of animals or a pack of something. I'm saying that because I wouldn't want to fight something humongous, because the likelihood that I'm even coming close to defeating that is 0. With like a pack of things, you can still win and run away. There's 2 options. With a big thing, you're just running away. You're not killing that unless you have a pack. But I still wouldn't attack the pack if there's that many and they're that big. Like, if they're the same size as you and you're fighting a pack, that is the dumbest shit ever, bro. Megalodon not even using the brain. They just using a tummy tum.
Of course you do. And the females immediately form a circle around it
Yep,
with their
there it
tails
is.
facing out, which is a defensive formation that apparently whales invented sometime in the last 3 million years. You try to get through because you're hungry, and that calf is your food. And one of the females hits you with her tail. It's not enough to seriously hurt you.
No, but you're
It's
stuck
enough
in a
to make you
circle.
Consider whether this meal is worth getting hit by multiple whales who clearly know what they're doing. So you leave. This
Damn.
will be an important decision. You're traveling twice as far to find prey, and you're burning through energy like you're trying to.
It's just like it almost plays into the part that there was a lot more Megalodon, A, back then as well, and B, that it just shows that friends are important, obviously, but it just also shows that just because you're the biggest creature, like nowadays, just because you're the biggest creature, things are just gonna run away from you. If they have even a slight bit of intelligence, they're just gonna run away. Back then, they couldn't run away. Now they have those options. You're not winning that.
Heat a house at the
Like, you're
window
stronger, but you're not
a
smarter at all.
shark your size could eat 1 medium whale every 2 months and be fine, because the ocean was warm and whales were everywhere, and you didn't have to chase them into polar water to find them. Now you're eating 1 whale every 2
Especially if there was
months.
more Megalodon, though, then that would mean the Megalodons just wouldn't be able to live. Like, they would just be eating each other.
Plus seals, plus large fish, plus whatever else you can catch. And you're still operating at an energy deficit.
That's crazy, man. Megalodons just wouldn't be able to live nowadays. Is like, from this basic, like, this explanation, they just wouldn't be able to live. Like, they would not be able to survive. That is insane. Because we're always like, man, what if a Megalodon exists? Like, what if they in the waters? But with this, if this is actually true and this is all factual, factually proven that this is how it would be, obviously there's some differences that might happen. There's some changes that could happen. And I assume if a Megalodon existed nowadays, it would be a different type of Megalodon, because it would be able to go into certain waters that they couldn't back then, because the evolution would have to say, okay, now you can do this instead of what you were only able to do back then, because you were more limited back then, because the times then weren't in the sense that you were limited. It seemed like you were limited because nowadays you're limited, but if you were put back then, you wouldn't have been limited. So the evolution would basically be saying, okay, now we're going to go ahead and, take off a little bit of your limitations that you would have nowadays, similar to how you were back then, where you had those limitations, but those limitations didn't need to exist. So that was a lot of words, but you get what I'm saying. Basically, they wouldn't be possible to exist if they didn't evolve.
But you don't go extinct, at least not yet. And 15 years later, you're 17 meters long and weigh somewhere around.
Now it's
50
just
tons,
raps.
which
Now it's
makes you
raps.
the largest predatory shark in the ocean by a distance so large that it's almost unfair to other sharks.
Well,
Except
other
fairness
sharks are
isn't
just
really part of the way.
I mean, look at me
ocean
compared to
does
Shaq,
its
bro.
business. At this size, nothing can kill you except maybe a coordinated pod of extremely motivated orcas. And even then, they would have to catch you in the right mood, which is to say distracted or injured. So you've been patrolling.
They'd have to
the sea
sacrifice
for the past
themselves for it.
decade, which runs from Baja up to northern
So they could
California
live then.
and back down,
Interesting.
and then sometimes across to Hawaii, depending on when the humpback whales are breeding. And this route is now essentially yours because every other large predator has
That's
learned
actually
to be
terrifying
somewhere else
picture.
when you show
Brother,
up.
that is actually insanely terrifying.
Other large predator humpback whales are breeding.
Look at
And
this shit.
route
Brother, no. If that motherfucker just want to come out of the water a little bit, that bridge is wraps. Dude, we already hate the water as it is, as a lot of humans just dislike the water because we don't know anything, everything about it. But if this existed, nah, bro, we would never go near the water. We wouldn't even have houses near the water. That's no.
is now essentially yours because every other large predator has learned to be somewhere else when you show up. The great white sharks that used to hunt seals off the coast have moved their operations.
They're like, I'm
north
out
into
of
colder
here.
water where you won't follow them. And the orcas that used to own these hunting grounds now avoid.
the simple like drug seller, like people who sell drugs, the people who they selling like whatever, you know, they're doing the simple stuff, and then a bigger drug operation comes in and they're like, yeah, oh, we're taking over, and they're like, yep, deuces, they just dip, gone,
after you killed
across the world,
fuck,
across the country, across the world.
Prey, they remember. The whale populations are changing too. Specifically, the mothers have started taking different migration routes to avoid areas where you've been spotted, which is a reasonable response to a 50-ton shark that's been eating their kids for 15 years. But it's also making your job harder because now you have to hunt over an even wider area to find them. You've now eaten 47 gray whale calves since you reached adulthood, which sounds excessive until you remember that you need to eat roughly one large animal per month to maintain your weight.
That's crazy. Why don't you get a stockpile like low-key?
Actually below that average, which means you've...
That's why like humans low-key are like just a superior being in general. Like, yeah, these things are stronger and better without actually building anything, but brother, we can actually preserve our meat for a long ass fucking time. We built something to do that. That just shows that we are like not even like evolving the sense of like our DNA, but just our mentality, like our brains work in a way that gives us these items that allow us to proficiently push forward in a path that makes us continue to grow in a different way than other animals, which are growing DNA wise, which almost, yes, is stronger because they're adapting within their infrastructure, their being, like their entire being and what their future beings, right? But we are building things that allow us to keep things like safe. Like if the shark could build a place to store its food, it would be insanely broken because it could just store food, kill, like, you know what I mean? Like, damn, I would love to see underwater fast food places though. That'd be fire.
Here's where it gets interesting from an ecosystem perspective though. The northern Pacific gray whale population is about 20,000 individuals, and you've personally killed 47 of their calves, which is 0.23% of the population. And while that doesn't sound like much, consider that you're one shark and you're measurably impacting a species breeding success.
We kill a megalodon?
Thriving, there were probably...
Could we kill a megalodon if it existed? We could kill a megalodon pretty easy, right? Like, do bullets work on like sea animals? Like if it came out? Okay, so it depends on how close to the surface, because obviously if you shoot it in the water, it's going to drastically drop the speed and the power of the bullet. It's not going to do anything. Like, you could easily kill, we could probably pretty much easily kill a megalodon, but we'd have to go to some, like, easily in the sense that we have to go to some extreme levels, right? Like, we're not just going out there fucking harpooning a megalodon. That was shit, we would get wiped. This isn't like this isn't the Deep movie or whatever it's called. I forget the name of it, but you know what I'm talking about, brother. We're not just jumping on that shit fucking Jason Statham style, brother. Holy.
And humans have noticed, which was inevitable because humans notice.
See, this is what I was
everything
excited about.
And then make it everyone else's problem. Satellite
I love humans.
Tags on whales keep disappearing, and when whale carcasses wash up on beaches, they have these massive bites sticking out of them that don't match.
Now, if we found out a megalodon existed, that'd be crazy news, but would it really impact society? Like, genuinely. Like, if like, I don't even know, bro. Like, if it was one meg, like, yeah, it'd be shocking. It'd get a lot of news, but, like, it's insane how the world works, man. We would just move on. Brother, we could hear about asteroids going to destroy the planet in the next fucking year, and that shit would go away in 6 months. Like, yeah, it would still exist, but it would be like, oh, like if there was a higher, like say there's a 50% chance they're gonna hit, we would forget about it. If there's a 100% chance, a little bit different, but if there's a 50% chance, bro, we're just going, okay. Brother, humans, like, we don't, because if we worried about our impending doom, we would not be able to function. Like, majority of humans would genuinely just lose their mind if they could not just focus on their daily tasks or their daily lives where the littlest things matter to them. For example, oh no, I forgot something at the store, my life is miserable. That's how humans work. That's how we think. Oh no, I used the wrong makeup. Oh no, I didn't get my workout in today. Like, yes, these things are very important, but in the grand scheme of things, we could die instantly, brother. Like, it's just a matter of time before it just goes boop, and we're just gone. Like that's just how, like, we are. And I love the concept that Joe used when I was watching his video, or one of his videos or whatever. He said that we don't have, humans don't have plot armor. Brother, this isn't an anime. Brother, this isn't a fucking TV show or movie. We don't have plot armor. In any instance, Earth could just be instantly fucking dropped off of the face of the universe. Like, the fact that we exist is crazy. Like, And it's just it's even more insane is how the human mindset is, where we can't worry about our impending doom, because if we did, we would never be able to function. It's just crazy. It's crazy, man.
Predator. And shipping vessels have reported seeing something extremely large near the surface that's definitely not a whale, because it's got a dorsal fin and it's moving wrong.
I'm out of there.
Scientists are confused, which is understandable. Governments are concerned, which
it's time
oh,
for
appreciate
a
the
new
alert,
kind
Grim.
of value menu. Hello, Panera's new mix and match menu.
Oh, that was good.
As long as we have each other, anything is possible.
As we got each other, I feel like I'm
is
just
less
lost,
understandable
making some
because
money, and
governments
baby
are
is
usually
gone.
concerned about the wrong things.
True.
Someone
As per
somewhere
usual.
has probably already suggested killing you for the public safety, which is rich considering humans spent the last century hunting whales.
Considering
down
it hasn't
50%
even killed
of their
anything?
original numbers, and now they're worried about one big shark. The question everyone's asking is, what do you do with a 50-ton shark that eats endangered species? Do you protect it because it's the last of its kind? Do you kill it because it's
Hell no, you just ignore it, bruh. And if it starts killing humans, you kill it.
Study it and hope it doesn't eat anyone's boat. Well, you don't
Probably
care
track
about
it
any
and
of this
study it.
because you're a shark and you have no concept of human laws or conservation ethics. Your hunting strategy has evolved, which is a nice way of saying you've gotten more desperate and opportunistic as you've aged.
Knowing humans, depending on depending on where the shark was, depending on like what waters it was in, because I didn't really get that, but depending on what waters it is in, depending on who the president is, depending on who the government is, like if it's the US and the president is the president right now, they're probably just killing it. But if it's somewhere else or some other president for the US in general, like we're probably just fucking studying it. Majority of people are just studying it, which is insane, because that's just risking so many people's lives.
Vessels dump a lot of dead fish overboard, so you follow them sometimes and eat the
We don't kill the fishing vessels.
bycatch, which is not dignified, but hey, it's
Brother, what the hell did I just say? Intring? That's a new thing, guys. Instead of interesting, we're going to start saying intring, because my inept vocabularic ass can't speak a normal language.
free calories. You've also figured out that certain oceanic islands have whale populations that congregate nearby at specific times of year. So you time your migrations around.
He's locked
them.
in, bro.
You've
He's locked
gotten
in.
Very good at ambushing whales
Locked
near the
in.
surface where they're breathing, because that's when they're the most
Can he have
vulnerable.
babies?
Last
Like, are we
month,
getting more
you
megs?
killed a blue whale calf,
Get another
which
baby
was
meg?
the biggest prey item you've ever successfully taken. And blue whale calves are born at 7 meters long and weigh about 2 to 3
Why can't this guy
tons.
just take
So
on a-
This is significant. The mother was 25 meters, and there was nothing you could do about her. She's too big, too fast, and too aware.
Damn.
If you tried to fight an adult blue whale, you would probably win eventually, but you'd also probably get seriously injured in the process. And an
25
injured megalodon
meters?
is a dead megalodon, because you can't hunt effectively with broken bones.
25
So,
meters?
The calf was separated during a deep
Thank
dive.
God that shit
You
ain't
looked below,
aggressive.
And you got one bite.
Like,
that
super
was enough.
aggressive.
The mother came back and found her calf dying and stayed with it until the end. And then she left, and then you fed for 8
Nah,
hours
that thing's
straight.
gotta turn around and
Here
start
is the
1v1
thing
it.
about blue
I'm
whales,
fucking
though.
you up.
They didn't get this big until after your species went extinct.
Yeah, that's
Could one
valid.
Megalodon actually survive in the modern ocean? Yes, apparently. Can you thrive? Not really. The ocean's too cold. The prey's too scarce, and you burn more energy finding food than your
Bro's like, this megalodon's like, God damn, I'm doing more work than all of the megalodons that existed before me combined. Every day I'm going out working harder than a fucking human doing a 9-to-5 construction labor. That, brother, I'm in the ocean looking for food to survive every single second of my breathing life. Holy shit, man. Like, this guy is gonna, like, he's gonna, like, this megalodon's gonna have a beer belly, gonna have a recliner when, like, it passes away, because it's never gonna want to get up again. Like, it's gonna be 10,000 pounds in a chair if it becomes a human, because it simply does not want to look for food like that, because now it can just order it on a phone. Like, this megalodon, like, it's crazy to think about that. Like, humans don't even understand how lucky we are, bro. Like, we love to look over the factor of how fucking lucky we are. I'm not saying that everything is peaches, like apples, rainbows, oranges, peaches, the perfect farm of unity and happiness. No, the world exists in a terrible and atrocious and scary place. But if you play your cards right, or you just have a normal life, so let's just say you have a normal life. Not even that you play your cards right, because a lot of it's just you have a normal life, you do normal things, and you have nothing happen to you out of the ordinary, other than like the normal badness, like you're not that rich, you know, you don't have a great job and yada yada. We're living good, brother. We got apps that let us do pretty much anything. Getting a job is hard, yes. The economy is annoying, yes. But brother, everything else in our life that would be hard comparable to our like predecessors and people before us, it's fucking easy. Everything is so easy now. We have YouTube for everything, Google to look up everything, AI that tells us our symptoms for whether we're sick or not and is actually decently accurate. Like, we have so many avenues to help us. I'm not saying everything is easy. There's a lot of things that are way harder for our generation, people who come after us, than it was for our previous generation. But there's also a lot that is 10 times easier. So yeah, give and a take. I would thank the world for what I would thank our like predecessors and the people before us for what we have. But I would also understand that there are a lot of the reason why we don't have what we could have.
The modern ocean can support one Megalodon, barely, but only if that Megalodon is willing to work 3 times as hard as its ancestors did and accept that it's never going to be anything more.
That motherfucker isn't doing a 9 to 5 to get paid. He's doing a 9 to 5. He's doing a fucking 24 to 7 to, I mean, 24 to 7. He's doing a 24 to 7 just to fucking survive.
And a ghost in an ecosystem that has already forgotten it. That's it. That's the answer. Can a Megalodon survive in our current ocean? Yes. But there is a huge catch.
But they cannot thrive.
This video, make sure to give it a like.
Love this video. This guy is one of the fucking goats. I love watching his videos. He always makes great videos. Be sure to go ahead and check out his original video. Link down below. Hit the like button. Go subscribe. His Spino Snack. Love this guy's videos. Anyway, let's get on the next video. Woo!